Welcome back, guys. Korzazad here with Thunder Gaming League, bringing you another in-depth beginner's guide. This week we'll be talking about Xin Zhao, the Seneschal of Demacia. Now jumping right off into the rune pages, you'll see off to the right I have plus 15 armor pen, plus 5.9 cooldown reduction, plus 4.5% movement speed, and plus 13 armor. These runes will give you the survivability in lane, while giving you an extra mobility to get in that huge damage and then get back out again. If jungle is more your thing, you'll see I have plus 10 armor pen, plus 4.5% movement speed, plus 12 magic resist, and plus 5% attack speed, and 13 armor, taking 6 armor pen marks and 3 attack speed marks. If you have magic resist per level glyphs, I would suggest using those instead of flat for a better scaling late game. Hopping on over to masteries, running a pretty basic 21-9-0 this time, but it's always open to change depending on your playstyle. For jungle masteries, I run 12-9-9, taking points in swiftness for that extra ganking mobility. Now to talk about Xin Zhao as a champion. Xin Zhao is a melee bruiser that can pull off huge damage to single targets. He is also very good at initiating on enemy carries and repositioning enemies in teamfights. Some cons though is that Xin relies a lot on his Q ability, 3 Talon Strikes, for a lot of his damage, so try catching him right after he uses it. Also, spreading out in a teamfight will make Xin's ultimate lose a lot of power, making him easier to focus. Moving on over to Xin Zhao's abilities, starting off with his passive, Challenge. Xin Zhao challenges the target with basic attacks and Audacious Charge, reducing the challenged target's armor by 15% for 3 seconds. Challenge will give you a decent advantage against other bruisers and help you to burst down enemy carriers as quickly as possible. Note that only one target can be challenged at any given time. Now for Xin Zhao's first ability, 3 Talon Strike. Xin Zhao empowers his next 3 basic attacks, dealing an extra 15, 30, 45, 60, and 75, plus 1.25 in physical damage, and reducing his other abilities' cooldowns by 1 second for each strike, with the final strike knocking the enemy into the air. The knockup from 3 Talon Strikes along with the slow from Audacious Charge gives Xin the ability to stay on his target for as long periods of time. This will be your main CC ability for ganking. For Xin Zhao's second ability, Battle Cry. Xin Zhao heals himself for 26, 32, 38, 44, and 50, plus 0.7 magic scaling every third basic attack. When activated, Xin Zhao increases his attack speed by 40, 50, 60, 70, and 80% for 5 seconds. The healing passive synergizes with 3 Talon Strike very well, and Battle Cry also gives Xin a huge lane sustainability against tougher laning opponents and will help sustain him in the jungle. For his third ability, Audacious Charge, Xin Zhao charges and challenges an enemy, dealing 70, 110, 150, 190 to 230 plus 0.6 magic damage to all nearby enemies and slows all who are hit by 25, 30, 35, 40, 45% for 2 seconds. Audacious Charge is Xin's distance closer, comboing it after Battle Cry, but before 3 Talon Strike when you initiate on a target will significantly lower the cooldown on Audacious Charge, allowing you to stay on your target or pick a new one. Lastly, Xin Zhao's ultimate, Crescent Sweep. Xin Zhao unleashes a sweep around him that deals 125, 225, 325, plus 1.0, plus 50% of the target's current health and physical damage, and knocks enemies back. Xin Zhao gains 15, 20, 25 armor and magic resistance for 6 seconds for each champion hit. If a challenged target is hit by Crescent Sweep, they are not affected by the knockback. Using Crescent Sweep right as you Audacious Charge a carry, you can reposition most, if not all, of the enemy team away from the carry, allowing you easily to take them out, while gaining up to 125 armor and magic resistance for 6 seconds. With such a powerful ability to reposition enemies, there are dozens of ways to make any situation a better one. You want to get at least 1 point in Battle Cry early so you can have some sustain in lane. Of course, if you have trouble in lane, putting more points into Battle Cry could be beneficial. Now for the recommended build. I suggest Berserker Greaves, Frozen Mallet, and Atma's Impaler for your core items, and then build to the enemy team respectively. This core build will allow you to stay on targets while giving you extra defense against any range carries or kiters. When buying items, go boots and 3 health potions, whether you're jungling or laning. Next grab Berserker Greaves, unless you're jungling, then instead build into a Wriggle's Lantern. Then build a Phage, or finish Berserker Greaves as jungling, then build a Frozen Mallet, then Atma's. From here, you should build to the enemy team respectively. Some recommended items are Mala Mortius, Banshee's Veil, Last Whisper, Turning Force, and Frozen Heart. Now on to making lane presence with Xin Zhao. With the rune page and masteries I've given you, you should be able to outdamage a lot of top laners. Once you hit level 4, you should have all basic skills unlocked and you should start harassing. Activating Battle Cry, then using Audacious Charge followed up by 3 Talon Strike will lower your cooldowns and making proccing Battle Cries heal that much easier. After the 3rd hit of Talon Strike, hit once more as they are knocked up and then back away. Then rinse and repeat. Make sure you are also warding your lane. Harassing a lot will bring attention from the enemy jungler, and you will eventually get ganked. So only last hitting and keeping an eye on your mana will help keep your lane more in the middle. If you run exhaust, use it after your knock-up for maximum amount of CC. Now if jungling is more your thing, don't worry. Start off by grabbing boots and 3 health potions, and take a point in 3 Talon Strike and head to the wolf camp. Ask your teammates for help killing the wolves and for a hard leash on blue. After blue, grab a point in Battle Cry and head to wraiths. After wraiths, pop a potion, assess the lanes, and if no ganks are needed, head to golems, then red, using a health potion at both camps. Finally, take a point on Audacious Charge. Now you shouldn't be below half health if everything goes according to plan. Again, assess the lanes and try for a gank. If lanes look too push, go to wraiths or wolves one last time and then teleport back to start building Mage's Razor. Now for some quick tips and a review. Activating 3 Talon Strike and Battle Cry before Audacious Charge will lower your cooldowns. With an ultimate that can reposition the enemy team, you can be very useful for your team, but practice the range of Crescent Sweep so you do not hinder your team. Remember to grab a point in Battle Cry early, by level 4, so you have that sustain in lane, and at level 2 so you have to sustain in jungle. Try to prioritize threatening targets such as AD or AP carries first. For jungling, you will need to have your allies help kill wolves and a hard leash blue, otherwise you will get low, but you will still be able to do jungles. Thanks for watching guys, and once again I hope you've learned something from this tutorial. If you want to know what Thunder Gaming League is, go check it out in the description below. If you had feedback, please leave a comment down below for it does help, and please favorite, like, and share this video, as it does help the channel grow. Both laning and jungling references are also in the description. Again, this is Cores of Thought. Have fun, and I'll see you guys next week with another tutorial.